Students in online, am I audible to you? Those who are saying good evening to me, good evening. Good evening. You won't understand, huh? Come in, students. Now let's continue my topic today. Actually, I need to start Python with what? Database communication. Because of 1 day gap, I'll get a problem in understanding. That's why first I will start with, let me complete that part, the small topic part, and I'll move to further. I hope yesterday what I completed, OS based operation. Today I will go for another small area, that is, we'll go for generators in Python. Generators in Python. So, generators. I already explained to you decorators, right? Decorator concept already we discussed it. So, generators in Python I will discuss. Decorator discussed now? No. So, one day you got confused also, right? Confused, huh? Decorator. So, if you practiced it after going to home, it will be more easy for it. Now, I am talking about what? Generators. This is also more easy. And after that, similar to generator, there is one more concept is coming in front of you. Iterators will come. Iterators in Python. Yes, ma, Samyukta. Some gap came one day, that day I discussed it. Iterators in Python. Iterators in Python I will discuss. Okay. So let's start the generators and iterators. It's a very small topic, easy to understand. What do you mean by meaning of generator? You tell me. Whenever you need, it will supply the value. That is called what? Generator. The meaning of generator is whenever you need, it will supply the value. That is called what? Generator. Suppose, for example, power is there. When power is off, when I start, it will supply the power. So, generator is also one function in the Python, which will supply the value when you need it. It won't supply the values all at once, like our existing objects. Let me take certain example here. Let me take certain example here. Go to the example I will start with. Here I am writing. Coming to the point of it. Non-generator example 1.py. Non-generator example 1.py. And it is very easy also. Nothing is difficult. R is equal to range of 1 comma or some 10 comma 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 like this. It indicates the total values are supplied in where? R. That means R contains what? From 10 to that bigger number values are all dumped in where? R. But I am really not interested to take that values. The requirement is R is containing from 10 to these many values with the difference of 1 1 1 1. So all these values are dumped in where? R. The main concept of this generator came into the Python is because of what? It is a cloud-based concept, students. It is a cloud-based concept. Because in cloud, because these days cloud technologies are coming. That time you will use this concept. That's why I'm trying to introduce it at the Python level. In cloud, you are having the values of what? 10 to so much of big value is there. In Python programming, will you get all the values at a time? No, I don't need that values. I need a few values. Whenever you request that, I want to get that value. In a shop, there are 1,000 chocolates are there. Will you bring that 1,000 chocolate box to your home? If you really need it, you will bring it. But I need only 10 chocolates. For 10 chocolates, you will buy 1,000 chocolates. Huh? No, you will not buy that. You will buy how many? So you are demanding to get that many values. In a cloud, there are so many number of values are there. It was stored somewhere else. That entire storage, I don't want to waste in my system. I don't want to keep it in my local machine. So I want to write some program which will supply the value only whenever you need, when I demand it. Whenever I demand it, I will get the value. When I don't demand it, even though the values are available, they are not coming and available into my local machine. Are you following me? So in this case, you take this example, students. If you feel that it is a bigger value, take 10 comma 100 comma 5. What is my R contains? How many values are there? How many values are there? 10, 15, 25, 35. Like that, so many number of values are there or not? Now I am writing for value in where or print of what here? Print of val. Print of val. Just one range function I am taking. Especially it is coming to the concept of what? Range. Especially it is coming to the concept of range. Go to the place and go for what? Generators. Generators. I am taking. Inside of it, I will change. I'll do the change. Go to the place. Here I am going to the command prompt. d:\kvar and Python here and say 6 p.m. and say here generators and execute. py. Now see students, already you know one file is there here. This file you execute. py generator. Now I got the value called what? 10, 15, 20, etc. I got these values. All these values are dumped in where? R. That means unnecessarily I'm wasting my memory. You may say, sir, I will get only one. Already R is dumped. Already you brought 1,000 chocolate packet in your home. Sir, I will take only one. It doesn't mean that already came now. You wasted that memory space. You wasted that money also. And it doesn't mean that you may ask a question, sir, I will take R of 0. Already so many values are there in your machine, but I am getting what? Only one value. There is no meaning in that, right? So what I am saying, there are so many values are there. From that values, you demand whenever you want. That will do what? It will supply the value whenever there is in a demand. What is that concept called? Generator. So how we can do that? Now I am going to enter into the next one. You see how I am going to do it. Generator is also called one type of function. Generator is also called one type of function. Generator. Now I am writing generate example 1.py. Tell me now what I am going to write it now. Here I am going to write it one main program. Now what I am doing now? R is equal to or something like G is equal to KVR range. I am writing here of what I am writing 10. Range will contain what? 3 syntaxes. 3 related examples I am writing. KVR range is also one function like a range. But what is the difference between KVR range and range? Both of them are functions only. But that range will give you what? All values at once. But this function will give you what? When you are in the demand, you call it, it will give you the value. When you don't call it, it won't give you. Look at that. I will define it as a function call. Within few minutes, you will get it. Now, what is my function name? KVR range. What is that now? Val. What is the value of val? 10. 10 is coming or not? Now I want to print it. Now I want to print it. How do you print this now? Come on, how do you print it now? Now I am going to say, what is my range of 10 says? All of you tell me. Range of 10 says what here? It prints from 0 to 10 minus 1. It prints 0 to 9 or not? 0 to 9. If you want to, because I am customizing my requirement, it is up to your coding. You want to print 0 to 10 or 0 to 9, it is your choice. How do you do it now? While start. I is equal to what? 0. Tell me. I less than val. I less than val. Now I need to give the value of I. Earlier, how we used to give the value of I? Return. If a function contains a return, it is called a normal function. Today, KVR range is a function only, but it is not working like a function. Function will give all the values at once by performing. Today, I am using what? Yield. Yield is a keyword which is giving the value when you are in demand. When you ask it, it will yield the value. When you don't ask it, it won't give the value. Yield what? I. What the value of I it will give? 0. Next, when you call it first time, what is given? 0. Only one value it will supply. Next, I will do what? I is equal to what? I plus 1. What the value of I plus 1 now? 1. Second time, if you call now, it will go to the loop. What the value of I? 1 less than 10. True. Yield what? 1. I plus 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is going on yielding the values to how many times? 0 to 9 times. If we write I less than or equal to value, it will supply the value from where? 0 to where? 10 it will supply. Are you able to follow me? Are you getting my discussion? So I am going to conclude my sentence, students. KVR range of what? 10. Now, print. Any function from now onwards contains yield keyword. It is known as what? Generator. That function will return one value. That G is what? You know, type of what? G. Here G is not a object. G is called what? Generator. Generator. See that now? Save this now. Any function contains yield keyword. That function will return which object? Generator object. 6 p.m. Generator, I will take it. Save this example. Come out of that. PY. Generator example 1. What is this now? Generator. What is the generator here? Class. What is this G here? Object of which class? Very good. Here G is an object of what? Class generator. Class generator. Are you following me? Type of G which is printed. Here G is an object of generator. How can you suppose I am saying what you know, students? Return I am saying. Return. You write it what here you know? Print of type of what? G. What is the type of G? What is the value returning? 0. 0. 0 is returning. 0 returning in where? What is the value of G? 0. What is the type of G? Int. 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 What is the next one? What is this now? Yield. Y-I-E-L-D. Spelling mistake is important. Yield. Now, what is the type of G? What is the difference between return and yield? That is the difference is there or not? If a subprogram contains a return statement, it is called a function. If a subprogram contains yield keyword, it is called a generator. Compulsory question. What is the decorator? Decorator is a function which will provide additional processing capability to the normal function. A generator is a function which is also a function which will supply the value when we are in demand. For example, in a cloud level, if it is containing 1 GB of data, that 1 GB of data, I cannot take it into my local system. My local system cannot get 1 GB of data because my main memory space itself is not containing 1 GB, for example. If I get this 1 GB of data, is it my memory becomes out of memory or not? Is my system become hang or not? That's why all 1 GB data I may not be using. I will use the data whenever it is in demand. So which function I will write it here? Or they have written 1 GB of data supplied here based on what? Your requirement. Are you getting? Like taking 75 Mbps speed from Act Fiber Net, taking 100 Mbps for speed in from Act Fiber Net. Are you getting your requirement basis speed or not? It is nothing but what? You are getting your own generated speed you are getting. So generation will give you the value which you are in demand. It is not getting the total value at once. I hope you are getting me. Getting, students? Now, how to get this value, students? So I'm writing here, type of G, you already got it. Of course, I printed also. How to print the data? See, students, content of G is equal to G, I wrote it. It will not print any data. It will print the memory address. It will print just address. Value will not print. How to get the values, sir? Now I'm going to get the values. To get the value from the generator, now I'm writing print, or you can write, if you want slowly, some x is equal to get the value from the generator, there is a function is available, like len function, type function, id function, print function, like that. There is a function name called what? Next of what I am writing? G. Actually, G is containing what? So many values are there. How many values? Actually, full length code is not written. Full length code in the sense, for I is 0 to 9, 0 to 10 not written. Whenever you are calling, it is executing. Whenever it is calling, it is executing. Not immediately responding. Whenever you are calling, generating. So G is pointing to some 0 to 9 or not. When you say next, it will go to generator and it is looking for I value. 0 will be given to X. Another time calling, second value will be given. Third value, like that, value by value, it is supplied. So I am interested to get one value. See that print of what? X. What the value printed now? 0 is printed. Are you following, guys? So instead of writing that X, I am writing directly here. What is this now? Oh, demanding a required value or something like, what is that? Next of what? G. What the value printed amount? 0 is printed. Another time you call it, where is G is pointing now? 1. Next you execute it. What is the value printed? 1. 1. Next, what is the value printed? 2. Whenever you are calling, that many times it is coming. So generated already given how many values? 2 values. Like that I will write. For example, I am passing how many? 5. 5. Come on, fast. How many values are coming now? 2. Another 2 times you are calling. Another 2 more times you are calling. Tell me. 4 is coming. Will it come 5? No. You see. Once you see. What is coming? 0 to 3. What will also come? 4 also will come. 4 also will come. 4 also will come. 4 also came. Next time you are writing one more. Last 18th you see. Do you have any more value? That time it will give you stop iteration. Spell out. Stop iteration. Look at that. Stop iteration. Exception is coming. Because it is giving you up to what? 4. So it gives you what here? Stop iteration. This statement generates what? Stop iteration. It is also an exception or not? Because generator yielded all the values or not? All the demanding values. All the demanded values. All the demanded values. I hope you are understanding. Sir, how to do that? Suppose there is 1,000 values. I want to print all at once. How do you do that? Same example. You try to take care. Now see, students. Now see what I am writing. This statement I will remove. How to write it in single line? Tell me. Yes, Vivek, correct. While true. Print what, students? Next of what? G. Next of G. That's all. It will print how many values? 0 to 4 printed. 5th value not there. That time will get what? Stop iteration will come. Generator example 2.py. Generator example 2.py. Generator example 2.py. 6 p.m. under that generator, you save it. Generator example 2.py, py, generator example 2.py, 0 to 4, and then what here? Stop iteration. Go to the place. Now I will write it. How do you write it? Try, and then come on, accept, stop iteration. Stop iteration. Say what? That's all. That's all. So this line also, when stop iteration comes, draw one line, closing line, and send, break it. Got it? Are you following me? So you take 10 values here. You take 10 values here. It is printed like this. Following? If you want 10 also to be taken into consideration, you customize your code. You customize your code. Are you getting or not? Like that, you need to go for generating it. What did you understand with this? And don't think that like a normal range data type. The main speciality is in the cloud, there is a generator is there. That generator will supply the value when you are in demand to save your local memory. If I supply all the values at once, your local memory becomes hang or not. Simple ma, it's inverter you take it. Inverter example you take. Inverter supply the value when you are in demand. If you don't keep the inverter, a big power is coming. In home, electrical appliances will be short-circuited or not. Like that. Generators are in good demand. To save the memory space, we are going for what? Generators. Getting a regulator for the fan is providing the how much speed you want, you can keep it. Are you getting? Like that. But don't tell fan, regulator, power, all those things. If you say, they will say, okay, go and work in that, they will say. You have to tell to save the memory of my local machine from the cloud side. If any dump of values are coming, don't go for normal function. Go for what values? Generator. So what is the generator now? Generator is a function which is supplying the value when it is in demand. Generator function, how do you recognize? How do you recognize it is a generator? By containing which keyword? Yield keyword. I hope you are following me. Are you following me? Well, go to the next range student. Next part I will take it. Next part. Of course, you will easily understand. One more data type I will take it. One more scenario. What is this now? 10, some 20. 10, 20. I want to supply the value. This 10 will give you what? 0 to 10. From I want what? 10 to 20 values now. Now what is this now? What is this value? Come on. Begin, what? End. Begin is stored in where? End is stored in 20 stored in where? Good. Prashanti, correct ma. Yield keyword is containing, it is a generator. Return keyword is there, it is a function. That's all. So how do you start with? Come on. Begin. B is equal to what? Or directly I can start. No need to why to take that entire stuff. Tell me. What is your knowledge? Begin less than or equal to what? End. Give you what? Begin. What is the value here? What is the default step? 1 now. What is the default step? 1 now. How do you write it? Begin is equal to begin plus 1. Begin is equal to begin plus 1. You know, students, this statement, of course, whether I addressed it or not, instead of writing, you can write like this also. Begin plus is equal to 1 also you can write. It's a shorthand operator we can call. What is the difference of writing? Suppose begin value is called 10 ma, for example. If I use this line, begin value supplied 10 plus 1 is added, that 11 is going to keep it into this place. First time it is retrieving, second time it is modifying, third time it is keeping in the left side variable, and the fourth time it is going to keep the value in the begin, that is called a directly adding the value to whom? What is the begin value? 10. Now 1 is added to whom? Left side. Left side, what is the symbol? So it is becoming what? So it is so Performance wise, internally, shorthand operator is faster. Are you understanding? Example one more time. A is equal to A plus 2. How do you write the shorthand operation? A plus is equal to 2, you can write. A is equal to A minus 2. How do you write it? A minus is equal to 2. A is equal to 2 minus A. You cannot write A minus is equal to 2. You cannot write it. It is wrong. When I say A is equal to A minus is equal to 2 means how it is elaborated internally for your understanding. A is equal to A minus 2. A minus 2 is different from 2 minus A. This you have to observe it. A is equal to 1 plus A. It is as good as similar to what? A is equal to A plus 1. 1 plus A is equal to A plus 1. You know mathematics, right? You can write in both the cases what? A plus is equal to what? 1. A is equal to A star 3. How do you write it? A star is equal to 3, you can write. Suppose now A is equal to 2. B is equal to A plus 2. You cannot write shorthand operator. You cannot write because right side is different and left side is different. It is not possible to write what? Shorthand operator. Are you following me? Last and final. I want to check you. A is equal to 2. B is equal to 3. C is equal to 4. A is equal to A plus B star C. B and C is multiplied, added with C, and finally kept into the modified value in A. How do you write it? A plus is equal to B star C. B star C multiplied and it is added with A. So I can reduce some type of CPU cycles. That is an advantage of what? Shorthand operator. And it is very simple, not a difficult. Last and final. A is equal to A slash slash 2. How do you write it? A slash slash 2 is equal to like this. Okay. You see, A is equal to A exclusive OR operator of B. How do you write it? A exclusive OR operator is equal to B. Okay, now you got a command over it like that. So I am writing here today with you by understanding. I am writing what? B plus is equal to 1. Here plus equal to is called what? Which operator, students? Shorthand operator. Shorthand operator we can call. I hope you are understanding. Yield begin. The begin value is going to be yielded. Now I am writing like this. Shall I execute this now? What is the step value here? 1. So execute now. 3.py. 3.py. Execute. 3.py. Go to this place. Here 6 p.m. Here there is a concept called what? Generator. Under that you save it. 3.py. Try to execute. Here I got the value like this. Now see, after completing, if you write this statement, will you get that value, ma? Will you get that value? Already what values are completed? 20 came or not? If I write in line number 19, do you have any value in that? What you will get it? Stop iteration is coming. Stop iteration came or not? If you want, you can build your own generator. Come on, how do you build your own generator? Build a generator again. How do you build it? G1 is equal to, come on, KVR range of what? 100, comma 150. 100, comma 150. Are you following me? You are supplying your own value. Generator will supply the value when it is in demand. Write the same code like previous. Write the same code like previous. I hope you are following. Next what? G1. See students, got the values now? Got the values or not? 100 to what? 150. 100 to 150 you got it. Suppose you say 120. Shorter values. 100 to 120 we got it. Got it? This is a new generator object. This is one generator object. Here G1 is also which type? Here G1 is also which type, ma? functionality will come. I'll show the documentation for you. Understood? Last and final example. Last and final example I want to show. Last but one. Because if I give multiple examples, you'll get the clarity on it. See, generator example 4.py. 10, 20, 2. What is this 10, 20, 2? Step. So here I am writing what step. Begin less than or equal to end, same only. Yield begin. What should I write it? That's all. Here I will write what? Step. 2 na, 3 na, 4 I don't bother. I will pass what? Step value in step. I will write it. If I write 2 na, other person is interested to take 5 elements. So I should go for too much general mechanism with step. Okay. Now you come here. Now I am writing what, so I am writing something like what, something like 50 or something like 1000, 1000, 1050 with a 10. What is the step? 10. What is the answer? 1000, 1010, 1020, 1030, 1040, 1050 also will come. Now, I hope you are understanding. Not an issue. You understood that. Online students, go to the place, save in your folder, generator here, and save it. Generator example 4. Easy. So I got it. 2 values, 10 values. Now it is a time to move to the further discussion. What is the next term? It doesn't mean that it should contain looping. Last and final example. One last example. I am taking now, saying here, observe it. Generator example 5.py. Generator example 5.py. There I am writing. Here, writing main program, get courses. Now I am getting some variable name, CRS. Get courses means I am not giving all the values. When you are asking course by course, I want to give you. What is this get courses? Definitely not a function. Get courses is definitely what? Generator. How do you write it? D. Get courses. Come on. Yield. YIELD. Spelling is very important. YIELD. YEILD. There is a confusion is there. YIELD. Suppose if you don't get it like this, you got it. It is in black in color. Black in color is nothing but normal only. So I need to go for what? Yield. Right? So try to take, and don't think that all blue letters are called keywords. Don't think like that. It's a very dangerous explanation I am giving. Don't think like that. And at this point, you understand. Yield is the keyword. That keyword is in blue letter. There is no doubt in that. So yield of what I am taking? Python. Next I am writing yield of what, Java. I am giving something like this. Java. Yield of what, I am writing something like a DSA. Next yield of I am writing what, data science. Like this I am writing it. Like this I am writing it. The normal data only I wrote it. Normal thing. What is the CRS here? What is CRS? Here CRS is which type? CRS is of type class generator. Okay. Tell me. Type of what? CRS. Type of what? CRS. Right? Got it. PY generator. Are you following me? Now, how do you get the data now? Print of what? Next of what here? CRS. Next of CRS. So see the students, Python. Again I will call next. Again I will call next. You are going to get like this, you can get the data. Like this, you can get the data. Are you following? This is the way how you can get the details. So I hope that you can get the data like this. If we call one more time, you'll get what? Stop iteration. So up to here you understand. Is it necessary to use only loop inside? No. I can write even normal yield also. I cannot write return 1, return 2, return 3. Continuously I cannot write it. But yield I can write like this. I can do it. Okay? Understandable? Well. Now, coming to the point of it. Yes, ma'am. Now I am going to introduce. This is comes under generator meaning. I want to show you this generator documentation, student. Generator documentation I want to show you. So there I am going to take up generator documentation here. So here, generator documentation I just want to show you. So here, I'd like to bring it. So to your place. So here I am going to paste it. Try to observe it. There I will show you. Just try to understand. So a big documentation is written. Try to start. Generator is one of the function. Generator function always contains yield keyword. If the function contains a return statement, then it is called a normal function. Here, return statement of a function can return more number of values if required. If a function contains yield keyword, then it is called a generator. Here, yield statement returns the value only on demand and reduces the memory space. Right? Syntax. DEF, function name, start to stop step. That is the higher syntax holds lower two syntaxes. Some processing capability, yield the value. The yield keyword is used for giving the value back to the function call, from, and continue the loop execution until condition becomes what? Begin less than or equal to end. It will continue that condition becomes false only until it becomes false. Once it is false, it gives you iteration. Stop iteration exception is coming. Okay. The advantage of generators or function concept is that it saves lot of memory space. In the case of large sampling of data, 10 comma, some big number I wrote, that time it saves the memory space. Well, in other words, functions gives all the result data gives one value at a time when the programmer requested and takes minimized memory space. Got it? So this is the advantage of it. When somebody asks about generator, you need to explain this entire stuff. Online students, I hope generator concept is clear. Fine. Right, Monica, that's all. So that's all. Correct. Now I'm going to enter into the further. What is that? For some other kind of objects, we need some more kind of concept like a generator. For range data type, which concept I used it? Generator. For example, all of a sudden, I got it. Look at, I got it. You know, you take an example, main program I am taking. Of course, main program and everything is going to be the same only. Here I am writing. Later I will write it. LST is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. This is my data. How many values are there with me? 9 values. I can take 9 crores values, 9 million values, 9 trillion values. If I take it, what will happen? My main memory space exceeds or not? If I bring the trillions of data into my local system, my list object memory space, due to list object memory space from the cloud, when I bring to my local system, tons of memory space is wasted. To avoid the tons of memory space wasted, to make my application to be lightweight by getting the data whenever I am in demand, such type of objects like list convert into which type? Generator. For writing the generator, again, I need to write what? I have to write what again? I have to write what? Tell me. What is that? What I have to write it? Range means I wrote my function. It is not a function, no? It is an iterable object. Range is also iterable object, but range function notation is there. Correct or not? But what is this iterable object? Tuple, string, set, dictionary. These are all called what? That iterable object want to get the advantage like a generator. For that, they give a easiest manner for us. What is that easiest manner? But the list here, list is one of them. Which object? Iterable object. It is one of the iterable object. Convert the iterable object into what? Generator like concept. That is called iterator. Generator for range related. Any function gives more number of values. Convert into what? Generator function. Any object is giving more number of values, iterable object. Convert that iterable object into which type? Iterator. Iterator. Like what? Like what? Like an escalator in where? Your metro stations. It is just like what? The iterator. Don't tell that example. Right? How do you do this, sir? Convert which object? Iterable object. Iterable object into which object? Iterator object. Iterator object by using function name called what? Iter. Iter. Spell out. Iter. And pass what object here? Pass what object here? That's all. LSTITER is equal to, variable name is equal to, tell me, ITER of LST. LST. Print what now? Type of LST comma type of LST. Next time writing here, type of LSTITER is equal to LSTITER. It is going to print what here? Class comma what? List. What it is going to print? Class comma list iterator. It is a beautiful question now. What is the difference between list and list iterator? What is the difference between string and string iterator? What is the difference between tuple and tuple iterator? What is the difference between dict and dict? You follow ITER example 1.py. ITER example 1.py. Go to the 6 PM and create one object folder now. Iterators. Iterators. Save this code. Save this code. Come out of that. CD iterator. Execute. PY. See students. What is coming? Type of LST. Type of list iterator. What is the difference between list and list iterator? List will supply all the values at once. List iterator supply the values to you when it is in demand. It is like a generator only, looking like a generator only. But difference is what? Generator is little lengthy in coding and iterator is in short in coding. Because ITER function can take care about conversion of iterable object into which type? Iterator. What is the purpose of iterator? Iterator also will supply the value when it is in demand. Generator also will supply the value when it is in demand. What is the difference, you may ask me? Generator is in terms of function definition. Iterator is in terms of predefined function they gave us. Getting? If you feel iterator is easy, follow iterator, no use. No compulsion to go for only generator. Anyone you can use it. That's why both of them I am supplying. Both of them I am teaching at a time. And don't try to ask me what is the difference between iterator and generator. Both of them are same in supplying the value. But in syntax wise, they are different. Get it down? Yes. Now, you see how to get the data then. How to get the data from the iterator? How do you get the value from iterator? How do you get the data from iterator? How do you get the data from it? List print of what? LST. Student ikkada. Print of what? LST. Print of what I am writing? LSTITER. LSTITER will not print the values all at once. It will print memory address only. All the values are printed. Waste of memory. It is printed only what? Address. Now how to get the value now? How to get the value now? Easy. Go to that. Same. Say. Come on. Next off. Next off. What is the value printed? 10. 10. Next. Come on, speed up. 20. Like that. How many values? 30. I want to write a loop from there. I can write loop. How do I write it? While true. Print. Print of like this. What it prints? On 90. After 90. That's all. You got it now. Stop iteration. Already 10, 20, 30. 40 onwards using loop. Stop iteration. What I will do happily here. Try. I'll say what here. Except stop iteration. Stop iteration. Break. Print that. You print this values. You print this values. And say what here? Break. Execute. Got the values or not? Yes. Now, some values printed normally. Some values, if you want total values, I wrote like this. What is the basic thing? This is the main line here. Similarly, go to once again, students. It is so simple because today we are learning some extra classes in your class. 2. What I am taking now? TPL. See this now? I am taking. What I am writing now? Here I am writing. Some values I am writing. 45.67. 45.67 I am writing. Next I am writing true. Comma what? 2 plus 3j. 2 plus 3j. What is this? TPL is called. Come on, ma. Iterable object. Iterable object. Convert the iterable object into what object? Same to same. What is this now? TPL. What is this iterator? TPL iterator. Type of TPL. Type of TPL. Type of TPL iterator. I am writing here TPL. What is this next? TPL. Execute it. Same to same. Right. So instead of that, I directly write what? While loop. I will write what TPL iterator. Following? So main thing is what here I am writing? Tuple iterator. And this is called which type? That's all. So str iterator. Range iterator. Byte iterator. So parallel to our data types, what are there? Iterators are also there. So internally Python contains what? Normal objects are there. Parallelly, what is there? Iterators are also there. If you want to design the generator, you need to write what? Generator, you need to write it. Are you following? Are you following me? Okay. So let us take this example. 2.py. What is that? Second line. Comma. Okay. Comma. Okay, students. Execute 2.py. It is saved in somewhere else. So go to the place. Go to this place. Iterators here. Under that, try to save it. Go to the place. So you got the data like this. Tuple and then what? Tuple iterator. I'll speed up this process. Last and final. Last but one. I will take up here. What is this now? Sets. I will take it as what? Let it be bracket is what here? Sets. Curly brace. What is this coming? Same. What is this now? Sets iterator. Sets iterator. Of what I will take it here? Sets. Sets I am taking. What I will do here? Type of what? Sets. Here also what I'll do? Sets. Okay. Now I will write it what here? Sets iterator. Here I will write it. Similarly, I will write in this case sets iterator. So, getting to this place, cancel it. 3.py. Last but one, dictionary related I will go. It's an important. So, go to the iterator. There I will save it. C students. I'll get it. Py. Got it. Got the data or not? Yes. What is set and what? Set iterator. Set iterator. Last. Go to the last part of it. Dictionary. Quite interesting. So, D. I will take the D. What is the D? 10 colon Python. 10 colon Python. 20 colon DSC. Comma 30 colon Java. Next 40 colon something like DSA. Comma 50 colon something like a C++. This is my data. Dictionary is also an iterable object now. Yes. Convert the iterable object into which type? So DITER. What is this now? D. Type of D. Which type? Which type? Dict type. Dict type. 1 minute. Previously, there is a 3. Which type it is? Set type. I forget to write it. What is this now? Set iterator. Okay. So let's come back to this. I'll come back to this line. Okay. Now this is dict type. What is this now? DITER. DITER is which type? Come on. Dict key iterator. Dict iterator, no. In the dict, what are unique? So it is dict key iterator. Only keys will come now. Come on, look into that. Now you write it what here? DITER. So DITER means what will be coming? Preference is given for which values? Keys. That will keys anagudu. Keys. Values of key and Japan. Values of key. Spell out. You'll forget to say good evening also. Even SAR says you will not say good evening. So that's why I'm not saying from 3-4 days onwards, I'm not saying good evening also. Because you are becoming senior now, you will become lazy. 500 kilos weight you become. Eating Python. Becoming so fat. Eating Python, you will become so lean like me. But you are not eating Python, that's why becoming very fat. Unable to walk also. Understand? Not getting. No problem. Coming to the point. So, coming to this. 4.py. Huh? What is that? Line number 4. What happens? Okay. Good. Manchi knowledge undi aithe. Py. Look into that. What is printed? Dict. What is this now? Dict key iterator. So I'll go for that. How to print the value also. How to print the value also. Very danger. Shall we start? How do I get it? Only for loop I am using. Is there any other thing? Can I use for loop? Can I use for loop? Say. Right. First while loop I will take it. Then I'll go for loop. Tell me now. K is equal to what? Next of DITER. DITER. K got it. Print what? K. Immediately you print what? V is equal to. What is that? Come on. D dot. D dot get of K. T dot get of K. Long ago, get function will take the value key and gives the value of value or not. And it will print backslash T and it will print value of value. Format of K comma V. Execute. Execute. See students, key comma values are coming or not? Yes. Subject is subject. You can also write in what way? I will remove that get. Is there any other way? Is there any other way? You don't know. D of K like this. This already told you in globals function. 4 ways I told you. In one of the way is this one. Globals function I'll open. You are not remembering, becoming day by day Ghazni. Ghazni means not remembering. So go to the functions. Go to the functions. Those who are not remembering, I am saying that. Globals function example 3.py. 3.py. See, way 1, way 2, way 3, way 4. Global dictionary object of A, dictionary object, get A, get A, globals of, see how many ways. I directly opened the file name itself. That means I am remembering file name also. You are not remembering concept name, I am remembering file name also. What is your remembrance and my remembrance? Your remembrance, 99 years old remembrance. My remembrance, 21 years old remembrance. Opposite. So, come to the point of it. D of K, execute it. See the answer, same answer. Subject is a fashion, not dressing fashion or cutting fashion. Right. What you can write it? You can also write or. What you can do? V is equal to what? D dot get of K. Sir, how can I write using for loop? Same example. Watch it, students. Watch it. Here I am going to write it. You observe it. Example 5.py. You say something like, 60:C you write it. Here I am writing. How to write this, sir? I am going to write it. How to write it? For K in what? DITER. DITER. Print of what? K. Print of K. And I will write it. Print of what? Next of what? Next of K also not necessary. No. Print of K only. So coming out of that, and see students, got the values or not? No need to apply what? Next, I am directly taking DIT here and getting that K, printed that K or not? No need to try and accept anything because I am getting the value by value only. How do you get the value of value now? Keys, how do you get it? How do you get the keys? Comma. I'll say here, \T. Say something like this. Dot format of K comma D dot get of K. Right? Finished. That is subject. Execute. What is coming? Like this. Getting up? Right. You can also say like this. What is the another way? You can say or you can say this is D of get of K. You can write happily what? K. Like this also you can write it. So like this also you can write it. What happens? Nothing is coming. Why? Iterator completed the values. ITER completed the values or not? See, once it is coming here, DITR came to where? Ending. There is no data present in that. That's why here what is coming? No data came. I want to get what? You rebuild the dictionary once again. You rebuild the dictionary again. Are you getting? Rebuilding What is that? Dict key iterator. Rebuilding dict key iterator. Rebuilding dict key iterator. Or converting once again dictionary into what? Dictionary into dict key iterator. Execute. Got it. What guys? Are you okay? Yes. Like this, you can go for it. This is comes under what? Dict. Okay now. So tell me what is the last one. I will take it. Last and final. I will take this now. About string. Recent question. What is that now? ITER example 6.py. S is equal to Python. If I print yes, what will happen? Complete Python will print. What I want now? Value on demand I want. Value on demand means what? I cannot go for writing function. I will convert into what type? Iterator. Convert. Already you know now. Convert. This you convert it. Same. Convert the iterable object into which type? Yes, iterator. Yes, iterator. Of what here? Yes. What is the type of that you print it? Instead of typing again, I want to utilize my typing work. So, print it. Type of what? Yes. Yes is printed. What is this type? STR. Type of SITR. SITR. What is this now? STR underscore iterator. Check it out. ITR example 6.py. 6.py. Py 6.py. So STR iterator. Don't think that int iterator, float iterator, don't add your own Python to that. Why it won't be having that int iterator, etc.? Because a single value. Single value does not contain iterator. Single value does not contain iterator. So you cannot do that. So that's why converted into that. How do you print the data? Anyway, you can print it either by using for loop you can print, or by using what? While loop you can print. It is up to you how do you print it. So I am going to take it something like what do you know? Value in where SITR, you print that value here. Only one value you print it. That is just called what here? Val. Just value you print it. Value you print it. So got the values like this. Are you following? And since it is iterator is providing the values only, value by value only printing, on demand it is printing, that means you cannot expect any indexing and slicing on it. It is providing the value for you. If at all you want to get the value total once, if you don't want to bother about it, then you can apply slicing and indexing on normal object itself, right or not? So on iterators you cannot perform indexing and slicing. So all of a sudden, one error I want to show you. It doesn't mean that I am writing AI is equal to iterator of A. Just see that now. What is happening? Type error. Int object is not iterable. That means iterator exists for what only? Iterator, but not for single valued values. So fundamental values does not contain iterator. So iterator will exist only for what? Iterator object, but not for what? Fundamental types. Iterators exist for only iterable object, but not for fundamental. So I hope you got it. So out of 14 data types, iterators are existing for how many? 10. First 4 int float bool complex. Last one none. A total 5. For 5, no iterator. Rest how many? 9. For 9, there is an iterator. There is an iterator. Vivek, you cannot get it, ma. You cannot get like that. You cannot get like that. OTP is there, for example. Can you get whatever the value you like it? No. It will give you only on demand. If I go to an SBI, already PIN number program is there. When you go to an SBI, more than 10,000 I want to withdraw. 10,000 I want to withdraw. When I enter 10,000, one OTP will send for me. Is all OTPs are coming or only one OTP which you expected is coming? Only one OTP is coming which we are expected or unexpected. So we cannot get our own desired value. It is coming in the sequence only. So I'll go for what? Iterator, I hope so. So Vivek, I hope you got it. Now I'm going to show you a simple description for it, students. Now iterator, I want to go for it. Iterator, I will bring the notes for you. Here I will show you. See that now? Iterator, I'll show the notes. Try to understand. Now I'm going to show you. Try to read out. I provided a big discussion here. Try to read out. Why we should use iterator? Carefully follow. In modern days, we have lot of data in our hands, and handling this huge amount of data creates problems for everyone who want to do some sort of analysis with the data. 1 minute. Understand, it is not a English competition reading. Large volume of data is there, and nobody will prefer to bring entire data to your place. Let it be in one cloud. I want to read the data for my analysis whenever I am in demand. Chocolates are there in the shop. Let it be. You bring one chocolate, you eat it. Don't bring entire chocolates and don't keep it in your home. You cannot eat it. So if we have ever struggled with handling of huge amount of data and your machine is running out of memory, then we use the concept of what? Iterator. Don't bring entire iterable object data into your local machine. You will struggle with the huge handling of the data. That time what I will do? Iterator. You define an iterator there and it will supply the value when it is in demand. You want 5 values, write 5 times next. Are you following me? Therefore, rather than putting all the data in memory in one step, it would be better if we could work with it in bits or some small chunks. Small chunks means small values. Dealing with only the data, and it is required for that moment. See, without while loop, I printed 3. Only 3 values I got. Later, I felt that all the values at once. I wrote while loop also. Whenever it is in demand, I will write it. So, as a result, this would reduce the load on your computer memory tremendously. And this is what exactly. Therefore, you can use iterators to save tons of memory, as iterators don't compute their items when they are generated, but only when they are called upon. When you called upon, values are coming. You store in somewhere in your system. Later you do your operations. But during when you are getting, don't try to do operation on it. You get them, store it in your place, and do some calculation on it. Now, come to the point. Iterators in Python is an object. Iterator in Python is an that is created for which one? Iterate over like list, tuples, digs, strs, sets, bytes, byte arrays, etc. The iterator object is initialized using ITR method, ITR function. You can take a function. ITR function. It uses next function. It uses next function for iteration. Iteration means getting first, second, like that. Here ITR is used for converting iterable object into iterator object. Next is used for obtaining next element of iterator object. If no next element, then we get an exception called stop iteration. Stop iteration. An object of iterator, we can't perform indexing and slicing operation because they supply the value on demand. Only on demand it is supplying. So You see students, example, of course, last example is that only. So S is equal to what? Python, iter of S, int, next item is printed, breaking, stop iteration. I have a tuple, apple, banana, cherry, small example. ITR of my tuple converted into my iterator and printed that values. Are you following me? Now, even generator also you can convert it into what? Iterator. I hope you got it. R is equal to range of, convert that R into which type? Iterator type. So you want to see last part? I will show you that. So because I did not mention in this example, that's why. Go to the place. You take the students. Now I will go for it. I will say here, let it be range of what? 10, 100, 10 you take it. 100, 10 you take it. What are the values are coming? 10 to 90 only will come, right or not? 10 to 90. Converted into what type? Come on. You want to take R. Type of this. What is this type? Range. What is this now? RITR. I hope it is. Range iterator. What is this now? RITR. 7th line. Okay. RITR. So here 7.py. 7.py. Go to the place. Execute it. Py. So you got the values. What iterator it is? Range iterator. So iterators they will ask you. Data types they will ask you. Out of 14 data types, 9 are not containing iterator. For everything there is a iterator is there. Generator concept is there. Generator is called what? Customized function. Iter is called what? Predefined function. So if you want to save the tons of memory space or large amount of data, better go for what? Iterator. If you are interested to write the coding for that, you can write with the generator also. Okay now. So this is comes under what discussion? Iterators and generators. So it is very easy and we have done it. Concept called what? Generator. This one. What is the keyword we got it here? What is the keyword we got it? Yield. Yield keyword we got it here. And here we got it what? Which function I got it? Iter function. For what you can get it? str, bytes, byte array, range, list, tuple, set variety, frozen set also you can write it. You apply after going to home, you do it. Next is what? Dict. But not for what? Int, float, bool, complex, and what? None type. None type. None type or none? None type. So these are the things what we discussed today. Saturday special. Monday, I'll go for a big topic again. Python database communication. I already told you, make your laptops ready with what? Oracle. I hope you installed Oracle. I hope your MySQL is also ready. And Monday I will go for what? PDBC. Python database communication. I'm going to discuss. Okay, students? Don't miss that. Monday class, we will go for it. Okay, na? So today's class is understandable. I'll upload the notes. Try to download and practice. Tomorrow there is a workshop is there. I hope so you remembered. And what is the topic I am explaining? Recursion topic. Problem solving only. Problems only I am solving by explaining recursion topic. Recursion is also part of our Python is also there, but it's a very small topic. I used to explain in the problem solving. Right? Don't think that 7 o'clock Sunday, who will wake up? If you don't wake up, who will be the loser? You only the loser. Daily grab something which is most useful. Sharp 7:10 my class will start, like 6:10 like that. 7:10 class will start. I'll keep the Google Drive link in our Google Drive class. Okay, students? Thank you. All the best. I will